Let me get this out of the way. I didn't know I was on. I thought I was sitting here fumbling around with stuff. All right. What's going on, my sister? I'm trying to fix something. Let me see something here. Um I guess what is that? All right, we'll leave that alone. Okay. We'll leave it alone and just keep it rocking. Let me get back in here. They've changed a lot of stuff up. What's going on? Crafty Mouth Creation, how you doing? Patient Saint, how you doing, my brother? I wanted to come on here early because I'm about to leave, but I just can't. I can't. Before I even go anywhere, I haven't even had any coffee. But before I move, I wanted to make uh, one announcement. Well, I ain't gonna make that announcement on here. Let me see. Patient Saint, Letha, how you doing? Polar Bear, Eddie Morrison, G Cole, Kendra, Tam Rob, good morning. How y'all doing? Von Will, Fatima, Samuel, Cassandra, how you doing this morning? Learning to grow my own. What's going on, my brother? Listen, I'm gonna try to make this a 30-minute live, and I'm gonna get right into it. I want to say welcome to everybody here, Guava. Happy New Year, Guava, and um, welcome to the Greenhouse Lounge. You know, I ain't gonna say over this last year, but it's been a lot during this last year. Hey, Sun Energy, how you doing? I want to say something. Uh, Over this last year, people have become so weird that I need to ask everybody. I mean, y'all been watching me a long time. I'm on Hey TLC in the Garden. Y'all been with me a long time. A lot of you have been here for the whole 15 years or damn near close. And sometimes you can you can think that the whole world is crumbling around you when it's just you. So my question to you, am I crazy? Is it just me? Like, is it just me that's looking out into this world and being like, man, what the heck is wrong with people? Sometimes they say that's a narcissist, right? That can be considered narcissistic to think that you're the only one with some sense and the whole world is crazy, right? Am I right? When you start seeing that everybody is crazy, you start thinking it gotta be me because everybody else think that this is okay. Hey, Crafty Leo, how you doing? So good, Garden. How you doing? Welcome, y'all. Good to see y'all. I wanted to chop this up real quick because, I've had a lot of dealings with a lot of people over a lot of years, and it's starting to. TLC say it's not just you. Uh, Let me see. I'm trying. Oh, I could do this now. TLC says it's not just you. I said, no, we all well, we are all on this crazy ride with you. Okay, I thought it was just me. G Cole say I often feel like that too. Okay. It's I'm gonna tell you how I feel. That's the only thing I can do. I feel like I got the answers to the problem. Yeah, we got 73 people in the house. Had to throw the 73 up. So thank you for 73 people watching. Um, and I'm gonna start doing something every time I hit that 73 mark too. So listen, Over this last good 10 years, I've noticed how mean people are. I'm not even kidding. People have become, I'm not going to put no blames on it yet. Okay. We're going to finish it off with that. But people have become so mean that they make you mean. Have you been through that? Listen, you know something? I've been hearing over the last good 5 years easy. Dang, lad, you a little rough. Dang, lad, you a little kind of going a little too hard. Dang, lad, leave her alone. Dang, lad, leave him alone. All he said was, or all she said was, you didn't have to, right? And I want to address it so I can leave this in 2025 and move forward into 2026. But I get a lot of pushback from me correcting people for being rude, for being out of pocket. But the funny thing to me is my audience they don't correct the person in the chat cutting up. They correct me. And I can't help but notice. I'm always like, did y'all just see and hear what this person is saying and doing? Y'all trying to tell me to calm down, but no. What here's the sweetest part I can really get it attached to. If you're not a content creator, you have no idea what we go through. And I'm gonna tell you again, I'm not gonna place no blames yet, but I'm working my way to it. This internet monster is bigger. It's more than what even I ever expected. This internet will gobble you up and poop you out. And what I'm starting to see is it's way, way more powerful than even I've always gave it credit to say this internet is powerful, man. This changes people's lives for the better or for the worse. But see, it's even more powerful than I ever thought, right? So what I've come to see is the internet has become the place, especially social media platforms have become the place. Remember back in the day, you had the woman screaming in the movie, "Run, girl, he gonna kill you." Remember that? Remember that? Every time somebody in a movie theater cut up, you like, oh no, we got one of these. Girl, you better run. Oh, you dumbass, you done tripped over your own shoes, and now he gonna stab you. Do y'all remember them people in the movie theater when everybody used to go to movie theaters? Do you remember that? Them people in the back throwing popcorn just to be funny. Do you remember the people in the back shouting out crazy stuff while you in there done paid your good money? You on a date with your young lady or the young man, and you just trying to enjoy a good time and enjoy the movie. Do you remember them days? Girl, you back to run. Oh, he around the corner, girl. Don't walk. Don't go past the corner. He gonna stab you. Up, he got you. Up, see? I told y'all he was gonna. Do y'all remember them people? See, those were the days before the internet. But them people ain't going nowhere. You know, when you go to a comedy club or you go to see a nice concert, live concert, and it's always a couple of drunk people stand up and start screaming at the comedian, the hecklers is what they call them. Or it's always the drunk They want to get on stage and start dancing, and because they want the attention now that they got a little do it fluid in their system. So now they want to be the star of the show. Remember that? That still happens to this day, by the way. Well, those people aren't gone. They're on the internet. They are career hecklers. That's what they do for a living. This is the only way in the world where they feel anything. I was going to say feel powerful, feel wanted, feel loved, feel the attention. No, to feel anything. Them people are some of the sorriest, saddest sacks of shit on the planet because they need and want attention so badly, they'll do anything for it, even make a fool of themselves. I'm on here today because I got a couple of questions and y'all can answer them if you want to. People are so weird. They so mean, and you know why they're mean and they're weird? It's because those people now are doing the same thing they used to do in the nightclub and at the comedy club, but they doing it here on the internet, and it's worse because I can't put my hands on you. I can't get to you. So they feel even more emboldened to be even more hateful because you can't reach out and touch them. Right? It's just things, I'm just talking about things that I have noticed here that have been driving me a little bananas. So everybody is in a hurry to go nowhere. Have you seen this? Like, you'll get in your car, skid out the driveway, smoke your tires down the street in a doggone 10-mile-an-hour street with a school zone, zip past it, get in your high-powered car and do donuts in the middle of the street, and then do 150 down your main street in your city, run through about 5, like what? People are in a hurry to get to work. You know, they're in a hurry to get to work to complain about being at work. Does that make any sense to you? They be in a hurry to get to work so they can complain about work all day. You would think it would be opposite, don't you? Hold on. You would think that it would be, you want to be late to work, so you ain't got to complain about work. I'm in no hurry to get to a place I hate. Everybody's in a hurry. You're in a hurry to get into the grocery store. Just so people can make you shop, make you buy it, make you bag it, make you pay a higher price. You in a rush to go through this store. And here's the funny thing, y'all. Here's the funny thing. Nowadays, I can't make this up. Yesterday, I'm in the Walmart. And I said, I'm just going to test something. Now, I know this is crazy. I do stuff like this, though. But listen, I'm going to test this out. I'm going to walk through this entire store and pick up and purchase all of the things that I need. And I won't say a damn word to nobody. I won't nod my head hello. I won't say excuse me. I won't say how you doing. I won't say nothing. And I'm going to be honest with you. Listen, even though I can get ratchet, I wasn't raised to be rude, though. I can get a little gangster, but the problem is my mom ain't raised me to be rude. You understand? So it naturally comes out of me like breathing to say, how you doing today? Or excuse me, how you doing? I say that 1,000 times when I'm in any store. And sometimes I don't even want to. But it's literally built into my DNA to walk through this store, look people in the eye, and say hello, excuse me, pardon me, do you need some help? Anything. I can't walk through the store and just be silent. So I said I'm going through the store and I'm going to pay close attention to if anybody says anything to me. What I noticed was I'm always the only one saying hello, how you doing today? Excuse me, pardon me, or do you need any help? And I don't work at the store to ask people, do you need help? If I see a little short lady or a short guy and he can't reach these meatballs up here or whatever, if I can reach him, hey, you want me to grab them for you? Could you please? Hey, there you go. Hell, I've even helped people when the little girl, they say, where is the Tostino pizza rolls? And the little girl pull her little phone up. She don't know. She's standing right by the frozen section. She don't know. She been going to Walmart her entire life. She don't know where nothing is. She worked here for the last year and a half. She don't know where Pizza Rolls is. I said, excuse me, ma'am, they right behind you. That's built in me. It's built in me to do that. So I walked through that Walmart yesterday. I didn't say hello. I didn't shake my head because listen, hey, even us men, we got a man code. When we walk past each other, we don't be like, oh, what's up? How you doing? No, not all the time. You know what we do? How you doing? How you doing? We get men, we said a whole bunch of stuff with this. It's how you doing, bro? I'm good, man. It's all right. We all right. Ain't nobody look like they threatening nobody around here. Ain't nobody carrying no guns in the store. We good? We good. All that was said with this. I didn't do none of that. And I know reasons why this has happened. Because everybody got inside their mind. There's a literal mental political battle going on in everybody's mind. See, I used to think it was just me earlier this year. It's not. It's everybody. Everybody is walking around this world thinking, is he a liberal? Is he a Republican? Is he a Democrat? Do he support the rainbow people? Do he support Antifa? Do he support the... Everybody is literally walking around with that garbage in their head. So that goes beyond, above and beyond the call of duty of saying hello. Like, can we leave that bullshit out there in the parking lot? And while we in the store, can we at least be cordial? Can we listen? This is why I'm doing this. Can I walk through the store without feeling like you gonna shoot me today? Because every day they do so many shootings in every store. Can you at least kind of give me a little nod to let me know you may not be one of the lunatics that set it off up in this mug? You know what I'm saying? It's like we're walking in a world of zombies. Zombies, man. Not the ones that you know on TV. I'm talking about mental zombies. People are walking around with their heads in the cloud, going through a mental battle and joining mental teams and supporting millionaires, billionaires, and trillionaires that don't give two nickels about any of us. That's hilarious to me. But I just wanted to come in here and ask you, is it me? Is everybody crazy? Let me tell you something. I grew up in the 70s, 80s, 90s, and today. I grew up in the 70s, 80s, all of the 70s, all of the 80s, 90s, and the 2000s. So I've been around long enough to see all kinds of drug epidemics. I mean, like street drug epidemics, problems, and people overdosing, and all of the bad stuff. I've been around for that many generations to see uh, what drugs do to people. But you want to know one that never really messed with nobody until now? Somebody better speak up when I say this now. Weed. Weed. I don't care what nobody say. There is something wrong with that stuff, man. This new stuff that they legalizing, that's coming in where I don't know nothing about this stuff, but let me tell you, okay, maybe it's me. There's a reason they made it legal. And I've been trying to tell people this for the longest, but I've been keeping it low key. It's two problems, I think. Everybody said, "Oh, they spraying stuff in the air, and the chemtrails." It ain't the chemtrails, man. Y'all think too hard. I told you for years, if they wanted to control you and screw your mind up, they're going to make you do it to yourself, and they're going to make you pay for it. The government ain't paying trillions and billions and trillions of dollars to spray nothing in the sky to ruin your brains. They're going to make you go to the store and purchase whatever it is that's going to screw you up, make you buy it, and make you get addicted to it, and you screw yourself up. Tell me where I'm wrong. That weed that these people are smoking today, I'm just telling, if I got any young bucks watching me right now, I'm telling you right now, stop smoking that. Stop smoking that. Now listen, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, okay? When I was young, okay, when I was young, okay, all right, okay. Jake, I got down, okay, little ghetto smoke, but this ain't that. Whatever people smoking today, it's not what they were smoking 40 years ago. I don't know what this is, but when you can smell it from one person smoking it 2 blocks away, something wrong with that. Everybody always said, "Oh man, but it's from the earth." That ain't. Whatever y'all smoking now, don't keep saying it's from the earth. That's not it. That is not. That is the devil. Something else is in that. That's what they should call the weed, not the chronic, the devil. Because I don't know. Listen, this is how I know. I grew up during the crack epidemic. How many people lived through that? To watch crack take over all of our neighborhoods, our families, our mothers, our fathers, our sisters, brothers, cousins, aunts, uncles. It just literally destroyed the family structure from the inside out. Living through the crack era was, it give you a little bit of PTSD, because you feel like you've been through a war zone. Anybody that went through the late 80s, late 70s, all of the 80s and early 90s of the crack epidemic, we went through war. We saw death. We saw pain, we saw blood, we saw bodies, we saw literal walking zombies up all times of day and night. Walking around, you had to be careful. You couldn't let your kids go to the store because the zombies might get them. It was a real, true, live episode of The Walking Dead. All of those good 25 years. That was crack, though. And the reason I bring that up, is because that's how people are acting today when they smoke this weed. You want to know something? I mean it. I remember a lot of drug deals going bad where I'm from. A lot of drug deals go bad. People get smoked, you know what I'm saying? And I saw the carnage. I saw when somebody trying to trick somebody and give them something, some drugs, but that's not it. You know, I'm not going to get in detail. So please, I hope y'all don't either, okay? But I remember people robbing, stealing, dealing, killing for crack. Did you hear what I said? I remember the days when people was robbing, stealing, killing, and dealing for crack. Hustling crack, right? Back in the late 70s, all of the 80s, 90s, and some of the 2000s. Guess what? That's what they're doing now. You never heard about nobody getting killed over no weed. Have you? Be honest. Your whole life knowing about weed growing, you ain't hear about nobody dying over no weed sale that went bad. Somebody please tell me. Nobody has ever said, yeah, man, we about to ride on these fools. He got my weed. What? Nobody ever said, hey, man, let's go get Boogie in them. We about to ride on these fools because dude ain't give me my money for my weed. That's like saying, dude owe me 25 cents for a couple of them Jolly Rancher blow pops. Is we about to go ride on these fools for principality? Or because if it's all you missing is your $20 and a joint, I can fade you that. You know, don't worry about it. Let's not go taking people's lives over a joint and $20. So we had sense back then. We thought about it. You know, you go to jail, they fumble around with your booty hole, whatnot. So maybe we don't want to do the thing. You'll be in prison and somebody tickling your ivory for $20 in a joint. Man, it ain't worth it, bro. Let's just go to the club. That's how it used to be. But now, next on the first 48. Listen what you watch on TV now. Mugs killing, robbing, stealing for weed. For weed. You didn't hear back in the day that there was big semi trucks loaded full of weed and the FBI, the CIA, and all of them did a whole big sting operation for some weed. That was on a comedy show. That used to be on comedy movies and stuff. Didn't nobody do no sting operations for no weed. You ain't see no stormtroopers coming in with the shields and stuff and the guns and the dogs, the K9s and stuff coming in and busting in nobody's front door about some weed. They're like, man, this house been selling weed for 20 years. The police go to that house every blue. You don't see nobody kicking their door in for some weed. But now you do. Didn't nobody used to smoke weed and overdose on weed? Come on, be honest with me and yourself now. Didn't nobody overdose on weed? You never hear nobody, yeah, I don't think he gonna make it this time. This time I think he had too much. Did nobody OD on weed? They probably OD on some Domino's pizza after the weed. You did. They might OD on grape Fanta soda pop after smoking the weed. But they ain't overdose on no weed back then. Now, Muggs is in the hospital, man, coughing, hacking, mucus, membranes toe up, snot falling out their nose by accident, involuntarily, because of this new weed. Whatever this is, this ain't weed, man. This ain't weed. This ain't weed. I don't ever in my entire 53 years of life ever remember nobody like, man, I gotta give me some weed. Man, I'm about to go over Miss Emma's house. She got that brand new big screen TV, man. I'm gonna slip through the back door. Nobody breaking through nobody windows for no weed. But now I've watched so many episodes of the First 48, Crime Watch TV, and Live PD of crimes and murders happening because of weed. Like, what's in this stuff? Is it just me? To me, today's weed is yesterday's crack. I don't want to have nothing to do with it. Today's weed is yesterday's crack. And y'all can eat all them gummy bears and shit you want to. I'm telling you, that stuff is doing something to people, man. That is one of the things. And then they made it legal. No, thank you. It got everybody acting weird. And I'm going to say another one. When we got the Band-Aid in 2020, y'all hearing it come out the horse's mouth. Everybody think that stuff was supposed to do something that it wasn't. I was talking to my homeboy yesterday, and I said, man, I finally done came out, and I'm going to say it. I think whatever that was that they put in us drove us, finished driving us crazy. I think some of those scientific reports are real, where they say it altered some of our DNA. I believe it. Because I have never in all my life seen people behave like they're behaving today. And it really all started because I can't even blame it all on Pumpkinhead, right? The dude. I can't blame it all on him, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because he was president before the Band-Aid. Before we had to get the Band-Aid, he was already president. Let me tell you something. People wasn't cutting up like that. People wasn't knocking on your door and asking you, excuse me, are you in here making love to your wife? Well, man, yes, I am. Can I help you? Do you want some loving, or what can I help you? It's 2 a.m. Is it a problem? Well, yes, there is a problem. My husband didn't make love to me, so you can't be making love to your wife. I will call 911 right now if you don't cut it out. You don't even belong in this neighborhood. That's what, after the shot, after the Band-Aid, people start acting like that. So emboldened that they come to your house and say crazy stuff like that. I watched one where a woman literally sued her neighbor because during a power outage from the weather, his father was on not life support. His father was on oxygen and the house was cold. They lived up north somewhere. So he ran his gas generator to keep his father's oxygen tanks and stuff running and to keep his father warm. His father was elderly and sick. And it only lasted for 36 hours. The woman sued the man. The judge threw it out. But my point is, you're so emboldened that you hired an attorney, pulled money out your account, hired an attorney, set up all of this, messed up everybody's life to meet you in court because this man is trying to keep his daddy alive. And he done already told you that. He's your neighbor. He lives next door. He told you what it was. You know his daddy. You know his daddy's sick, but you don't like the sound of his generator for 3 punk-ass days. Wow. And he had a nerve to have a Honda. That's where I was like, they don't. I'm about to say something that'll get me knocked. I ain't gonna say it, but stand him up against the wall, put a blindfold on him and a cigarette. That's all I can say. People like that. People have gotten weird, man. And I think a lot of it came from that 2020 Band-Aid. The other part of it came from whatever this so-called weed is that people smoking now. Whatever, everybody talk about, oh, we gotta go, we trying to stop fentanyl from coming in the country. Y'all been hearing this? We've been trying to stop fentanyl from coming in the country. Y'all better concentrate on this weed. This weed ain't right. This weed ain't right, man. They worried about the fentanyl coming in the country. I think you need to focus on whatever this really truly is, this weed. That's what you need to be concentrating on, because I ain't gonna lie to you. Hey, look, I'm not gonna lie to you. I believe that this new weed got a little bit of that stuff in it. The thing, I'm just conspiracizing. We in conspiracy theory alley for a hot second, okay? I think that stuff, I think this new weed is laced with that stuff. Because I ain't never seen people act this way about no weed or for no weed. I seen people act like that over that drug. I seen people laying in the street rolling around like a sausage on a griddle at 7-Eleven when after they take that other drug. You ever walk past somebody on that shit? You ever walk past them and they rolling around on the ground like one of them sausages on that them little griddle wheels in 7-Eleven? You ever see people rolling around like that? Buck naked like a sausage. They buck naked like a sausage. Rolling around and it's 100 degrees outside, so you know that concrete is hot. That's why I call them sausages. Every time I see one of them people, sausage people, they'd just be buck naked with some shoes on, rolling around, all they particulars, rolling around on that hot asphalt, smoking like one of them 7-Eleven hot dogs. That's what that drug do to you. But now I see people off weed do that. So I'm like, you know what? It was more in that weed what you anticipated, bruh. I'm going to touch on one more subject. And then one more place where I feel like I'm alone. I feel like I'm by myself sometime in this world. People are mean, rude, hateful, spiteful, and they won't let it go. Like, you can't just be hateful for a day and just get back to your life. Nope. They let it linger. And I'm going to tell you, that brings up a subject. Some of y'all gonna feel me. Some of y'all ain't. Do y'all remember that song called Where Have All the Cowboys Gone? It was like back in the 80s. Where have all the cowboys gone? Remember that song? Man, where's the men at? I said it, damn it. I said it. Where are all the men? I'm not talking about these, hey honey, hit the coffee machine. I wanted it to be fresh for you. Or you ain't doing it. Okay. Look, where are all the grown ass, strong ass men? I'm saying that because let me tell you something. I will say the whole time I've been on YouTube, I'm gonna say 15 years, what I've noticed. Man, these are some of the softest, most emotional men I have ever seen. And no, I'm not about to do the whole, what's his name, Samuel's thing. I'm not into that. I'm talking about realistically speaking. And I'm not saying it from a woman's point of view. I'm saying it from a man's point of view. You will sit and be talking to a grown-ass man, he go to crying about little stuff that bothered him. They was talking about me. Ugh. You came to the wrong homie with that. Cause yeah, I'm number one, man, wipe here. Wipe your face. Wipe your face off, man. You done peed on yourself a little bit too, man. All that crying and shit, man. What's wrong with you, man? Man, listen. I ain't talking, and I've talked about this many times over the years. I ain't talking about they crying over a woman hurting their feelings. I'm talking about they be crying over a grown-ass man. I've talked about this over and over the years. Because you know what? I keep running into them, man. And I don't understand it. You hurt my feelings. Ugh. It's like, man, you ain't called me back. Okay, so? Well, man, I would have called you back. So what you saying, man? I'm just saying you could at least gave me a call and told me you was busy. No, see, this is where we wrong, bruh. Because that's the kind of stuff I do with my girl. I check in with my wife. I check in with my children. What you talk about? I need to call you if I change my plans and what? Well, man, I made all of this. I thought I set all this up. Look, bro, I don't know what done got into some of these dudes where they be so deep in their feelings, man. They be so deep in their feelings that they can't let it go. If one of their friends hurt them, I've been through this several times here on this platform alone. They can't let it go for years. For years, man. And if you've been riding with me this long, you know I ain't got no problem with these folks, man. But I'll be like, hey, why you so hold on a second. Why are you so worried about what the hell I'm doing? You know what I'm saying? You should be more worried about your old lady. Well, I ain't got no, I'm a thug, I'm a gangster. I don't be tricking on no. You should, sir. Man, they be too damn sensitive. If a woman tell them no, they like, well, F you. And then they end up probably popping one of them. dude, what the hell make you think that just because she said no, let me straighten something out. Sometime in my own experience, okay, when a woman tell you no, maybe she wants you to ask again. I know that's old fashioned, but I'm just saying, maybe. And if you come back, be like, you sure? And if she like, no, like a double no, oh, all right, well, have a nice, beautiful day, queen, and move on about your business. Again, weed, I'm going to throw that in there. Weed. But it's a lot of dudes walking around here so soft and bothered by what another grown-ass man is doing. And it bothers them. It bothers them. If you have a different opinion, it bothers them. It drives them bananas. It drives them bananas, man. And you kind of start eyeballing them like, what's wrong with you? You know? Oh, I love you, man. All that. I don't know. And I don't know what to call it because I ain't never seen no shit like this before. I was raised in a neighborhood with men. I was raised in a neighborhood with men. And I'm not saying that just because you a man, that don't mean you can't cry. I cry all the time. I cry. Listen, I'm a man, but I cry all the time. Especially in my older years, I go back to thinking on something. Crying ain't got nothing to do with it. It's how you cry, man. Come on now. It's how you cry. Look, hey, what day is it? Y'all about to go with me for a second. Hold on. All right, y'all. I'm sorry. Woo! See, that's some man shit. It's garbage day. And my kids is gone. I forgot I got to get back on my trash grind. Whew. I sprint up that hill. You see that? Pulling that big old garbage can. That's man shit. Doing what you're supposed to do. Not waiting on somebody else to do it for you. Be alert. What happened to that? No, they'll call something. Hello, trash company. Yes, I forgot to put my trash out today. Can you have your crew come back down the street? tomorrow and pick up my can? No. You're going to be sitting on that stank for another week. Don't mess with these damn people. Their job is horrible enough. If your grown ass forgot to take out the trash, man, either take it to the recycling place yourself or wait till next week. Sit on that stank, Bo. Sit on that stank. I'm not about to sit on no stank. So, what I was saying before I had a trash duty, had to take a trash break, was, thank you for that, Jerry. Thank you. But before that, thank you, my friend. Thank you. It's not whether you cry or not that defines if you're a man. Because if you don't cry, you might not even be human. It ain't that whether you cry or not. Because I cries. It's how you cry, where you cry, and who you crying to. Do you understand what I'm saying? Crying is like sex. You shouldn't be doing this in front of everybody. And you got to pick certain people that you want to do it with. You understand me? You don't want all that business, the whole world to know that type of business. That's some personal shit. Some people just go to crying. Grown ass man, strong and crying. All because you got a hangnail or something, a fingernail. Your friend didn't want to go to the movies with you. Just weird, strange. And then this the part where before my daughter met her fiance, me and my daughter had the same conversation. Because she was like, all these men that I run into, like, it's so weak, so fragile, so emotional. Like everything about them is like soft. And it's like they don't do nothing that defines them. Like you sit on a video game all day. You don't know how to fix your car. You don't know how to fix no plumbing. You don't know how to do nothing but play this video game. And then you turn around. Look, don't get me started on that. Me and my daughter had this long conversation years ago. And I'm telling you, she was crushed because she was like, I don't think it's no more men out there. And then the women turn around and complain that it ain't no men. It's plenty of men. At least they look like them. And I'm not getting on the conversation of your sexuality. I'm not even counting that. Okay? I'm not counting the men that desire other men. I'm not counting that. I'm counting normal, straight men. They're children. They're like little boys. They act like little 8-year-old boys. And so the women, it's hard for, if a woman, okay, I'm pretty much gauging this on in the last 30 years. If a girl is around 30 years old, it's hard for her to find a good man. And really, same thing for the men. It's hard for a man to find a good woman because, listen, think about this. In the last 30 years, this was the twerking era. The last 30 years has been the twerking era, the dress naked era, look like a stripper era. That's who the dude want to marry. The chick that looks the most like the stripper. That's who he want to marry. And the woman want to marry the dude with the most teardrops on his eye, if you know what that means. If you ain't got nobody, you ain't hard enough for her. So, man, what the hell is going on? Like, what's wrong here? And then they try to have a kid. He got about 4 tattoos of teardrops on his eye, and she always dresses like she at the strip club. Then they have a baby, and they both gonna try to raise a baby. He can't pull his pants up. Listen, oh Lord. He can't pull his pants up, and she can't pull her skirt down. He can't pull his pants up, and she won't pull her skirt down below her knees. And his hair green, her hair pink. Then they have a baby, and the baby is sitting there confused as hell, can't get right in school or nothing, because the mama and the daddy won't grow up. Look at verse 48. She was sleeping with my homeboy. They only like 27, 30-something years old. Man, so let her go. When did it get so serious, man, that let me tell you something. She was involved in that too. So why you want to go back and do? I'm sorry, y'all. This just been on my mind lately. I've been walking around and look at how horrible people are, hateful. I'm gonna tell you, in a nutshell, there is no structure there is no foundation for anything great to be built upon. That's it. There is no foundation of morality, morals, or anything for anything else to be built on, because it got to start with a solid foundation. I ain't even saying a whole family, just to get through life. Right now, people, everything they doing is winging it. Everything they flying through life winging it. Everybody flying through life right now is like, whatever happens tomorrow happens. They're not planning anything. They're not thinking to themselves that I need to be a little bit more nicer when I go into this job, so they'll hire me, or I need to maybe speak a little softer to this young lady so she at least give me the time of day. Maybe I need to pull my pants up so she don't see what kind of drawers I'm wearing first before she turn me down. People just, nothing is computing in their head. That's the other one, Jamie. Thank you for that. Man, it's a plastic surgery nightmare out there. Men getting plastic surgery, women getting plastic surgery. So much so we making plastic surgeons filthy rich. And then making the world super duper fake. I asked somebody in one of these stores yesterday to help me. I was looking for deer corn. I know this sounds crazy. That's another story. I was looking for deer corn, and they had marked the deer corn down to $5 a bag. So I've been trying to buy as much of this deer corn as I possibly can, because it helps me feed my chicken and my pigs. I asked the little girl, Is there any more deer corn? And you know what? She pulled up her little phone, her little Walmart phone. And while she was looking, she said, I think they got some in the garden center. It wasn't none in the garden center. But I don't even care about that. The reason I'm telling you this story is because I'm looking at this young lady, and she's she's much taller than me. And I could not help but look at her. If things wasn't weird these days, I would have complimented her. She had her own hair. They was in, like, she had dreads, but they was like braided dreads that had been braided in almost like French cornrows. She had on a normal shirt. She had on some normal pants. You couldn't see her cooter through these pants or nothing, you know. Her eyebrows didn't look like this. I don't know what that's about. What's with these eyebrows, y'all? Can somebody explain this shit to me? She didn't have none of these eyebrows. She didn't have none of these eyelashes. She was plain, man. Her hair wasn't green. It wasn't pink. She didn't have this kooky shit, this baby hair shit. She didn't have this shit coming out to them thick eyebrows. So as I'm waiting for her to look for my deer corn, I was admiring how beautiful this young sister was. Not in an old creepy uncle kind of way. No, I admire your natural you, your beauty. You standing out to me because every other girl in the store that I've passed got this shit on their head. These eyebrows up. Hey Arnold. Olga's a girl. What's her name? Helga's a girl. Y'all remember that? My kids used to watch Hey Arnold. And I remember that episode. Helga. What the had them eyebrows like that? Hey Arnold. Helga's a girl. Remember that? What? Who made that popular? That's Helga shit, right? Ain't that her name, Helga? That's Helga shit. That Nickelodeon channel shit. Who made that hot? Who said that is going to be the new hotness right there? Helga? Helga's? Hey Arnold. And Snuffleupagus eyelashes. Listen, I had to give it up to the young lady. I could do it here on this video. I wasn't going to do it to her, say it to her, because, you know, people get weird. Oh, he touched me with his eyes. And, oh, I don't want none of that shit. I was admiring the young lady's natural beauty. I could actually see who the hell she was. She didn't have no booty that looked like this on the back and no hips on the side like this. It don't look like she had put a whole damn Goodyear tire around her freaking waist and then put on some of them tight ass spandex pants so you could see her cooter hole. It's like, man, I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone, man. Because I'm the only one that's like, what the hell is wrong with you? Uh-oh. And then you got all these rings and shit dangling from your nose hole. What is this? Everybody like, can I help you, sir? They got shit dangling, and can I help you? You need some help? Absolutely not. Can I help you? You might want to stand back because I got about 4 powerful ass magnets in my pocket. They walking around. Have y'all seen this shit? You need some help, sir? You need some help? Stuff just swinging from their freaking nose, ears, up here on this thing here. This piece of shit they done made their own dimples. You wasn't born with no dimples. You can't make dimples. They pierced their own cheekbones and put an earring through them junks and say they dimples. Them ain't dimples. Them is holes in your face. Your earrings smell like spit. And I don't know where I am. So listen, y'all, if y'all ever think that I'm losing my mind, and I think Led is starting to get Alzheimer's or something because he keeps acting like he's getting lost. I don't got dementia because he keeps saying he don't know where he is. I don't know where I am, and I'm perfectly mentally stable at this moment because everything is so bizarre. I've never seen anything like it, man. You know, I've never seen anything like it. I can remember back in the day with the high top fades like Kid and Play. Even I thought that was stupid. Look, listen. These back in them days, you had homies that had the high top eraser fade, and then it's the homie that sported the Bobby Brown. Listen. I'm not wearing the Gumby. I'm not wearing the high top fade that was this tall. Man, I kept my shit low and smooth. I had me a little slope, just like a military slope, like my daddy had me a military slope. Because some things I even thought, even though this is my era, this is my generation, this is the new style, the new fad, even I'm like, man, that look a little stupid though. I'm going to keep it 100. That looks stupid. I'm not even doing that. Oh, the girls like it. I don't want the kind of girls that like that. I don't want to be laid up with the kind of girl that like that. So I'm good. Oh, you ain't going to get no play. I'm not going, no. It ain't that I'm not going to get no play because I ain't got no 2 foot tall hair. No, I'm not going to end up with a baby mama that's crazy and busting my windshields out. That's what I'm not gonna have. Forget not getting no play. Hey, look, I can get play if I want to. You know, ain't nobody in control of that but me. Okay, I'm not ashamed of it. I'd rather romance the stone by myself than be out here with 4 baby mamas busting my windshields and windows out and child support and everything else. You knew what it was. She was attracted to 2 feet of hair at the top with nothing on the side. That didn't tell you nothing? I'm not interested. You ain't got no hair on the side and your top of your head is 2 to 3 feet tall. You only 5'9", but you got to duck before you go into the house. And in your car, you got to put your hair in the passenger seat and put a seatbelt on your hair so you can drive. Because the police count that as a whole nother person. You have a passenger in the car, you don't have your seatbelt on? Oh, no, officer, that's my hair. Let me pull out my tape measure. Nope, it's over 3 feet. That has to have a seatbelt on it, so I'm going to have to write you a citation. Man, no. You can't ride around with that kind of hair. It's blocking the windshield. You got grease and juices all on the windshield and the mirror. I don't want that kind of headache. So I kept my shit low and smooth. Like I said, I don't fall for the way the world moves. And people don't like me for that. And that's fine. Because I'm like, look, just because I don't go with the everyday norms, that makes me a bad guy. Because I see the evil in you and don't want to deal with you no more. That makes me bad. I'm cool. I'm cool on how you feel about me. All these soft ass gentlemen, all these soft, smooth ass Ralph Tresvant ass motherfuckers. Sorry. And that's no shot to Ralph Tresvant. Okay, that was Ralph. If you watching, that was no shot to you, bro, because I know you hard as hell and I know where you from. I'm talking about the song, man, with the sensitivity. That every time I run into one of these cats, man, while I'm looking at them or listening to them, that song be in my head. While I'm listening to these grown ass men and their feelings, I hear that Ralph Tresvant song in my head. That be the background music to that bullshit. You need a man with sensitivity. A man like me. Cut that shit out. Every time I hear one of these grown-ass men complain about another grown-ass man and what they done did to him and being bullied and pushed around, Ralph Tresvant come on. Somebody put a quarter in the jukebox and Ralph Tresvant came on, because here go another softy cone right here. Grow your grown ass up. Your nuts ain't dropped yet by now. All these grown-ass, soft-ass men, man, they come on. Now, I'm not, again, this ain't about nobody's sexuality. This is about these grown-ass men walking around here stunting like they the man's man. You're not. Stay in the background with that bullshit. That's what I'm saying. You're disappointing all of humanity. All these Ralph Tresvant ass mugs around here, man. So my thing is, I'm walking through this world and I feel like I'm alone. I call my brother all the time, and I know how I was raised. And some people will say I was raised kind of strict because my dad was a military man and he ran his household like it was the military. I don't think he was strict. Now that I'm older, because I'm going to give y'all a little pointer. My kids grew up and thought I was strict, but now they know and they apologizes to me and they tells me all the time, thank you, Dad, because I used to think you were an asshole. It ain't that I was trying to be too hard on my kids or mash them down in the dirt or always stay over looking over their shoulder. It wasn't that, because I told them, if you think I'm hard, wait till you go out in this world. This world gonna chew you up and poop you out. I'm giving you a little taste of what they gonna do to you out here. You gonna wish you was back home and could clean up your room and all you had to do was the dishes and your homework and sweep down the steps. You gonna wish. But I'm the monster, right? Now all my kids out in this world like, woo, these bills ain't no joke. Oh. They grew up with me on their ass. Because I'm not going to let you fail and be part of this. I don't want you to be part of this. My father raised us strict because my father, now that I know, Dad, rest in peace, I know my father was trying to raise men. I understand that now. He was not abusive. He stayed on our ass. Okay, that's the only way I can put it. He was not abusive verbally or physically at all. But he didn't let nothing slide. If you got an F last week, but you got a D this week, he is not going to celebrate that shit. If you got an F last week and you brought it up to a D this week, he's not celebrating you. He's not going to pat you on the back and say, good job, good job. No. I come to him with a D after getting an F last week. Look, Dad, I got a D this week. What you bring that to me for? That's my daddy. What you bring that to me for? Well, you come in here all smiling and skipping and shit. You all happy because you went from an F to a D. Did you hear that? That's like saying you went from a hurricane to a flood. I miss my daddy so much, man, because he used to hit me with them kind of zingers. You went from an F to a D, and you come in here happy with that bullshit. And you all happy. Well, Dad, I worked at it. I worked hard. No, you didn't. That's like saying you went from a hurricane to a flood. You went from a hurricane victim to a flood victim. Both of them end up the same, face down in a pool of juice. What you want me to do? You want me to throw you a party now? Take you to Chuck E. Cheese. Take you to what was it? Back in the day, it wasn't Chuck E. Cheese. It was Major Magics. You want, because Chuck E. Cheese didn't exist yet. You want me to mess around and take you to Major Magics just because you got a D from an F? Boy, get on out of here. You got some studying to do. I'm not gonna celebrate that bullshit. You act like you did something. You ain't did nothing. The teacher felt bad for you. When you go from an F to a D, that's the sympathy of the educator. That ain't because you did shit. My daddy, man, he stayed on our ass because he knew in the real world, as a man, not just a man, but even a black man, they're not giving you no breaks. They're not going to celebrate if you went from you had an eviction notice last week, but now this week you just behind on all your bills. You're not getting celebrated for that. They're going to label you fiscally irresponsible, and that will be how it is. They don't care whether you went from the bottom, now you're here, because you went from the bottom, now you're here, but you're not there. So until you're there, you ain't got nothing to be singing about. What's his name? That song was even stupid. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Here. You started from the bottom, now you only here. You ain't made it there yet. I take you there. That's the song you need to be singing, Drake. Not started from the bottom, now we're here. I take you there. Not celebrating that bullshit. Ain't no time to pop no bottles yet. So he was raising men, and he didn't want us to be all hugged up and kissed up and pampered up and being gifted things because your ass got a D. And I know as a kid, I'm like, I'm working as hard as I can. My father knew, no, you ain't. Yes, I'm working as hard as I can, Dad. No, you ain't. Because you think you're working as hard as you can, but if you stop watching Transformers, stop watching G.I. Joe, stop running in and out of outside playing with your friends and sat here and studied for 1 hour, all that shit you did all day, if you would have sat here for 1 hour, all of this would have been done, and I could have checked it, and you would have been getting a better grade. So you're not doing all you can. So don't say that to me no more, because that means you're a liar. Now, you know what I do to liars. So that's what it was. He was raising a man. Me and my brothers, he's raising men. And me and my brothers turned out all right. And listen to me. I hold that close and dear to my heart and soul. Because what I also did not know was my father was teaching me a rare skill. I didn't know it. You know, one of the woodworking or metalworking, you ever see dudes turn an old horseshoe into a sword, blacksmithing and shit? Those are skills long lost and into the ancients. Survival skills, bushcrafting skills, those skills are long lost, right? I didn't know that my father was teaching me a long lost skill. How to be a freaking man, how to take responsibility for the things that I've done wrong. That's a skill set. And he was teaching me and my brothers how to be men and how to navigate through this world that we all going through right now. That's a lost skill. Just like herbs and spices in your own lawn that you walking on food and cutting food every weekend, you don't even know it. That's a lost skill. Nobody know you walking on something that could cure half of the diseases we got, and it's right here in your lawn. You don't even know it. It's a lost skill and stuff that the powers that be don't even want you to know. They don't want you to know that some of these herbs and these roots and berries and shit cures half of the diseases that we have, right? They don't want you to know that. You know what else they don't want you to know? They also don't want you to know how to be a damn man and stand up for yourself and protect your family. That's why it's all these soft ass men, these jello pudding men walking around. They could be hard, built up, ripped up, but they soft as butter. Your physique ain't got nothing to do with your manhood, nothing. Because I seen some cock diesel cry, he always picking on me. Ugh. What woman want to be with a man like that, always crying? And then she was sleeping with my friend. Maybe he don't cry so much. You put her out of business. She the one supposed to be crying. She the one supposed to always be crying and laying on your shoulder all the time. She figured she go somewhere else because you done put her out of a job. You done took up the crying job. It's a crying game. Grown ass men, man. And I try to maneuver through this whatever we call this new world. And I can prove that soft men theory. Look at politics. I'm not getting into politics, but look at politics. Look at all of the grown old men. Listen close. Let's look at all the grown ass men in politics that hated that president's guts. They hated him. They told you, they said it, can't stand him, hate the guy, he smells like dookie, everything. We hate him, his breath, his booty hole, everything stink. We don't even like to be around him. He talked too long and his breath smelled like, we don't know whether he passed gas or he burped, because it all smelled the same. It all smelled like dookie. Soon as he get in office, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes. Yes, sir. Yeah, we love him. We love this guy, right? But the news go and report on him. Say, but you just said just a month ago that you hate the guy, couldn't stand him. I don't know what you're talking about, and I got to go to a meeting. I would love to sit and chat to it. Wait. You just ran against him, and all the horrible things you just said about him. Do you still feel that way? I don't know what you're talking about. I love our president, and I got it. Soft ass men, and they rank all the way up into the people that run the country. Soft. Look at the age group. Remember what I said? Look at the age group. This new era of men. Nobody's standing up for what they believe. Nobody's standing up for justice. Nobody's standing up for anything. It's an ass-kissing contest. It's like a beauty pageant for men, like who can kiss this ass the best. They come down the runway with their little walk. Right when they do their little turn to twist to walk the other way, they kiss that like Zoolander and then go back. It's a beauty pageant. I tell you what, I'm going to say something, and I mean it. Life, this is going to be a touchy. Life was so much better before the internet. I said it. And I know that sounds crazy coming from me with all the things I've accomplished on the internet. I think with the same mind that I have and the same drive that I have, I would have still became the man I am, and even more so successful of a man than I am today without the internet. And I'm going to tell you why. The internet gives the wrong power to the wrong people. It gives too much power to the wrong people. And it's not people giving that power to the wrong people. It's robots and AI give that power to the wrong people. You're not even in control of that. And I can prove it. It has emboldened horrible, hateful, spiteful people to get in the minds of people and screw their brains up until they do something awful to themselves. It has broken up families. But things was better before the internet. People were kinder. And I'm going to tell you why. Deep in their soul, they may have been hateful or racist or sexist, but it didn't come out of their mouth. And I'm going to tell you why. Because the only way that I knew that you was hateful, spiteful, sexist, or racist was you had to be somewhere in my proximity. Meaning I could put hands on you, or I could have a face-to-face conversation about you, about your opinion or the way you feel. I can debate you. And my debate may just change the way you feel about me. Our conversation may change the way you feel about me. But now on the internet, there is no back and forth. There is just a broadcast of hatred, evil, and wickedness. There is no reciprocation. Like, I can't ask you, why do you feel that way? And you give me a straight answer. You just gonna tell me to F off and go on about my business. You know, call me a handful of MFers and a pocket full of B's, and you gonna go on about your business. You don't care about how I feel. But that's the world we live in today. And this is why I say I would have been the man I am today, and even better if the internet was not here. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because my drive, my idealism, and how I move, I would have been successful even more so. And I'm gonna tell you, because the internet and the AI and the algorithm puts you in a box. Are you a gardener? This goes for everybody watching me right now. It's like this. This is what that algorithm do. Are you a gardener? Are you on the internet? You start your channel because you want to be a gardener? Okay. They're going to put you in a gardener category. They're going to put you in a gardener algorithm. Now, depending on the people that you watch, and depending on the way you talk and what you look like, now that algorithm is only going to lump you in with other Black gardeners. They will not show you any other gardener from any other race of people. That algorithm will only show you Black gardeners, which it wasn't that many of them a while back. So the algorithm is in complete control over what you absorb, what information you get. And that's why I say I would have been better on my own, because before the internet, I had to make it happen. I had to advertise and broadcast across to different platforms of people to make my system work. But now there's a machine doing it for us. And it's looking at you, it's judging you, and it's placing you in a box. I don't sit in a box. I'm not in a box. I do everything. I'm everywhere. I do all kinds of stuff. So I'm not just a gardener. I'm not just a prepper. I'm not just a homesteader. I'm not just a farmer. I'm not just a 2A member. I'm not just a marksman. I'm not none of that stuff. I'm not just a father, a husband. I'm all of this stuff. But this machine wants to put you in one box. Like, you can't say I'm in like 7 different boxes. No, that machine gives you one shot. What are you going to be? That's what it asks you. And it puts you in that box. If you're a gardener, remember, which one are you? Are you a black gardener, a Mexican gardener, or a white gardener? Because that's where they're going to put you. And over these years, I've watched it happen so much. Before this algorithm thing took off, it gave people free range to be creative and let other people around the world embrace that creativity. But now it's only making it push out to certain people. That's it. You know? And that's sad. But this is the world we live in. And I'm not one that I think everybody done went nuts. I'm going to say this one more time before I get on off of this. Because I've been on here an hour and a half. I said it was going to be a 30-minute live. I'm going to say this one more time. Between the 2020 Band-Aid and between whatever everybody keeps smoking in that weed, people done lost their rabbit-ass mind. That's my word. People have lost their minds. And I told y'all, I'm not going to even blame Pumpkinhead for 100% of it, because he was president before the Band-Aid, and people wasn't cutting up like this. As soon as people got that puncture, I'm going to tell you, this is a true story too. And tell me if I'm wrong, y'all. As soon as people got the 2020 puncture, that Karen hairstyle came out, didn't it? That's the year the hairstyle came out. It's kind of like Betty Rubble. It's like the Betty Rubble hairstyle. You know what I'm saying? From the Flintstones. Remember Betty Rubble? Think about it. Every Karen that's getting on people's nerves is rocking the Betty Rubble hair style. And everything annoys them. That hairstyle came out around that year. Like, this is going to be called the Karen. And you know how you go into the barbershop? Yeah, hey, give me a fresh fade. Well, I want to kind of look like Kobe. No, you can't come in here and ask for the Kobe Bryant. You can't come in here and ask for the Bobby Brown. No, give me the Karen. And then you got the Tiki Torch haircut. Y'all know what the Tiki Torch is. Them dudes that was marching down the street with them Tiki Torches. This haircut. When I see one of these dudes, I get away from you, man. You got a lot to prove to me to make me think that you on up and up. If you one of them dudes and you got one of these and you got that swoop back hair and it go back like this, y'all seen them dudes, them white dudes that had that hair like that? These pieces be slicked back like Elvis or gone, and then this piece whipped back like Superman going too fast. I stay away from them. That's every last dude that was carrying them Tiki Torches years ago. Every last one of them dudes had that haircut. Every last one. If you got that haircut, I'm looking at you kind of like this. Yes, I'm judging the book by its cover. Because you know who got them haircuts. It's the same thing as if you came in here with that little mustache. I'm going to be eyeballing you like. It's only one reason you like that. That haircut don't even make you look better. It's only one reason you're wearing that haircut. It's only one reason. Man, let me stop. I'm going to end this with this. Is it just me? Is all morals been thrown out the window? Do we have to stand out so much that we actually don't even realize that we're making fools of ourselves? You did what I'm saying? There is no reason, sweetheart, that your hair need to be hot pink. Walking through normal life, there is no reason your hair, your wig, have to touch your ankles while you frying chicken at the restaurant. You got green hair with them baby things on it. You 5'2" and you 5'2", but your hair 5'9". But you want me to take you seriously. Now see that let me give me some juice here. Hold on. Give me some juice. There we go. You walking up to me like the Joker reject, but you want me to take you seriously. You want to have a serious conversation with me. I'm not going to be able to do it because I won't be able to stop looking at that hair and them eyelashes and them damn Hey Arnold eyebrows and all that colorful hair shit. You look like Grouch, Oscar the Grouch hair on your head and your fingernails. I don't know how you wipe your cooter and your butt because your fingernails look like they could damage something critically. I got too many questions. I don't know what all that jingle jangle shit hanging from your nose, your ear, your cheekbone, your forehead, you piercing, and then you got a tattoo of Hello Kitty on the side of your damn face. But you want to have a serious conversation with me about politics or the world. Get away from me. You got 20 bad life choices, irreversible life choices on you, on your body. But you want to have a serious conversation with me about the world. I can't do it, and it ain't my fault, and it ain't that I'm being mean. I'm not about to sit around. That's like me sitting around and have a damn conversation with a drunk. I'm not going to sit here and talk to a drunk-ass man all day after he done had about 4/5 of Wild Irish Rose. I'm not about to sit and talk to this dude. Our conversation ain't gonna go no further than the girl walking down the street with a nice butt. That's as far as our conversation gonna go, because we're not gonna have any normal, decent, grown-up human conversation with me and a drunk ass. We're not. So it's the same thing as you walking in here with rainbow hair, gold teeth, eyelashes that look like push brooms, Hey Arnold eyebrows, green Oscar the Grouch hair down to your ankles, and then you got on some tight pants, and I can see your cooter. You ain't got on no drawers. What? You ain't got on no bra, nothing. The nipples is pierced. How do I know your nipples is pierced? Because you ain't got on no shirt. You got on a white t-shirt that I can see the piercings in your nipples. You ain't got on no bra, but you want to have a normal conversation with me, and then ask me, what am I looking at? That's the world that we live in. I'm not talking about just one little girl is doing this. I'm not talking about one little boy that's doing this. I'm talking about all of them, son. All of these young men and women look like this. And listen, let me back something up. Because I don't want to be taken out of context. It's one thing to look like that and come out here like a whole sideshow freak. But it's another one to look like that and act like that. I needed to make that clear. Because if you saving the country looking like a damn clown, look at Superman's costume. That shit is pretty ridiculous. but he's saving the world. So you don't, okay, for instance, okay, ladies, gentlemen, Prince. We all know them clothes Prince was wearing was ridiculous, but he was saving the world. So nobody really spoke on that too much. Prince had a costume on, and he's saving the world with his music. So you couldn't really say nothing bad about Prince all the time. Now, if Prince wore that Prince clothes to Walmart, he gonna get a whole. If he's not Prince, okay, if he's not Prince with Prince clothes on, and he's just a dude to go to Walmart with some Prince clothes on. If you see a dude today with some Purple Rain clothes on and the Purple Rain Jerry curl hair, he getting warmed up. You ain't gonna take your eyes off him. You gonna follow him down every aisle with your phone like this. Look at this. Look at this crazy shit here. Look at this. You gonna be recording so you can get some views. See what I'm saying? It's a difference. Strippers dress like that so you can see them in the dark. And so somebody need to tell these young ladies the reasons for this. The strippers dress like that in all them colors and stuff because when the disco ball is spinning and the lights is blinking and stuff and people had enough alcohol in them, that so you can see them in the dark because it's dark in strip club. I don't know. I've been told. That's what I've been told. But so you can see them. You don't need to wear all of these bright ass colors and hair and nails and eyelashes and stuff and eyebrows and stuff in the Walmart. We can see you. They got skylights at the top of the building and normal lights. I feel like I'm in another dimension, man. Sometimes I feel like when I was young, I was at a house party and we was kicking it. And somebody pulled out a gun and started shooting. I'll never forget that. That was in the 90s, early 90s, early 90, like 91, 90 or 91. Pulled out a gun, started shooting the club up. It wasn't a club, it was a house party. And I remember now what I know sounded like a bullet going across my ear. That whizzing noise has been described as I got older as that's the sound of a high velocity round that close to your head. And now I have to ask myself, did I make it? Did that bullet hit me? Did it actually hit me? Like, am I dead? Is this hell? Because I remember in that era, I was still in the streets doing crazy stuff. Is this purgatory? I remember that bullet. Oh, wait, I got another one for you. I remember I worked in a gas station and I got shot at. They shot the whole gas station up. And I think I told y'all this story, and I ran back to the back manager's office behind the safe while I heard all the bullets flying through the gas station and bags of potato chips and shit blowing up like a damn action movie. What if my conscience only think I made it to the manager's office, but I really got, and now here I am. It sent me onto this timeline where I'm really in purgatory. I'm in that timeline. I really got hit. What if it works like this? I don't know. What if in that one instant when I looked up and saw them packs of cigarettes blowing up. Slow motion, look over across the gas station and see those bags of Doritos exploding. Looking out the window in slow motion, and I see those blinking lights aiming, and I didn't know what they were. And I look back over at the Doritos, and the Funyuns is blowing up. I look back at the blinking light in slow motion and realize I'm being shot at. What if I'm looking these blinking lights? What if they're actually hitting me and I don't know it? My consciousness, as I fall from being hit, my consciousness saved my consciousness. My consciousness is telling my mind that you done crawled into the office, you safe, everything gonna be okay, you called the police. But what if my body is out there, was laying in the doggone lobby? I know that sounds crazy. I'm just saying, sometimes I feel like I'm in another dimension. Like somewhere along the line, my timeline got shifted because I don't recognize this place. I don't recognize this place at all. That's it. I was just wondering, y'all, do y'all feel like something is off? If something is off, man, and it always keep feeling like nobody's coming to help, to save us, and it's just getting worse by the day, and it's like you can't even team up with other men, and we keep talking about some building a community as men and fighting for our people. You can't fight with no soft, squishy ass men. I don't want no squishy ass, soft ass men on my team. We all always talking about building a community together. But we got some demons to work out before. I keep telling y'all about that community bull. We got demons to work out before we keep talking about some let's come together so we can fight the powers that be. Before we come together as a unit, as a people, to fight the powers that be, man, we got some stuff to work out amongst brethren. We need to have a talk about duties. We can't conquer the world like this. We can't come together and be a unified people like this. It's ladies out here harder than some of these dudes. Everything is off, man. The kids is off. The kids ain't right. I don't want to start warming up no little kids, man. I don't want to start warming up no babies, man. I'm gonna warm up these babies, damn it. I'm gonna warm them up. I'm gonna warm these little kids up. Even the kids is off. Every last kid that I see everywhere, it's a grown ass lady. It's a grown lady, baby. These are the biggest kids. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's in the food, what's in the water. These big ass kids, man, I don't understand it. It don't matter what color you is either. What race, creed, religion, it don't matter. All these kids, man, they look like 50-gallon drums and they only be 5-year-old. 5 years old. And they be breathing. You can see the little asthma thing in his little pocket, and he got on damn Paw Patrol. He got on a damn Paw Patrol book bag, and you trying to ask yourself, what this grown ass man, this grown ass man got on a Paw Patrol book bag for? His 5-year-old got a beard. You see some of these big ass babies, like, was he just driving that Chevy Impala, bumping the music? I don't know who the mama is and who the baby. I don't know who the mama or the daughter is. I don't know who the daddy and the son is. They wear the same size shoe. This kid is like 7. And you see these big ass kids in the store, and they think you might be looking at their kid in some kind of creepy way. I'm looking like, how old is this? You want to grab one of these little kids? Hey, come here. Let me see your driver's license. So I can see how old you is. Give me your driver's license. I don't got no license. Yes, you do. I ain't the police. You can tell me. The big old high C drink fruit box kids. Huge Canadian geese babies. All of the newborns as big as a Canadian goose. Oh, shit. Seen a girl, she say she had her baby premature. She showed me pictures. Showed me pictures of a baby that was born premature. This baby looked like it's in the 1st grade. This a 1-year-old baby. No. She was born in 7.5 months, and she had to stay in the hospital for another month and a half. This lady right here. Oh Lord. It's something in the food. It's something in the water. It's so much corruption. It's ruining us mentally, physically, emotionally. Hey y'all, it's something in this shit. There is something sinister in absolutely everything we consume. I was thinking of something a little different recently about the things that we hear. You think the food that we eat is bad, right? How many people agree with the food that they're selling us in the stores is bad? All of it. All of it. Produce, canned food, all of it. Whole foods, I don't care what they calling it. All raw, vegan, I don't care what they calling it. Everything that these people is trying to sell us, how many people agree that there's something wrong with all of it? Okay. With that being said, we all agree that all the food that we are eating changes our body, correct? The food that we're eating is making us unhealthy. And if you want to ask me, I'm going down conspiracy theory alley for a second. If you want to ask me, I think the food and the water that we're consuming right now is even altering our DNA. I'm going to say it. I said it. Okay. That's what I think. I think it's actually altering our DNA. It's speeding things up way faster than they're supposed to. Now, if we all can agree on that, Food goes in our mouth, right? The food that we consume either helps or destroys the body, right? Okay. Because the food goes into our mouth and is absorbed throughout our body, through all kind of different functions in our body. The food and the nutrients or the chemicals or poison, whatever it is absorbed into our body to keep us going, correct? We all agree on that. So listen to this. Why on God's green earth would you give your nose, your eyes, and your ears less credit than you give your mouth? A lot of us do it. The food that you're consuming is destroying your body. We know that. If you eat a damn ho-ho cake every day for a week, you're going to feel horrible, right? Well, some of us, but you understand. If you eat a bunch of junk all week, your body is going to feel terrible. Correct. Am I correct? Please, I need to hear, am I correct on that? If you eat a bunch of junk food, sugar, sweet, carbs, junk, fast food, chemicals, is your body going to feel like crap? All I need to do is see one yes. We can all agree that this is going to hurt us in the shortcoming, right? You're going to feel terrible this week after eating all that and consuming all that. So what on God's green earth make you think the same thing does not happen on some of the crazy stuff we listen to? Your ears is just like your mouth. Do you think just because you hear something, it's no big deal? Just come in here and bounce around in your eardrum and goes back out. You don't got to think about it again. I'm telling you, the things that we hear is consumed into our brain and it nourishes the body just like food in your mouth. I'm telling you, I know somewhere there's scientific proof on this. The things that we hear and the things that we're constantly listening to affects our body. Just like if you eat junk food, you're going to have a junk body and you're going to be unhealthy. If you listen to junk shit and junk music and junky people talking crazy all the time and hateful people, sexist people, spiteful people, racist people, if you listen to it all the time, guess what? It's going to mess your body up the exact same way. You're absorbing it. We play with words. We call this hearing. We call this seeing. We call this smelling. And we call this tasting and eating, correct? That's what we do. We relabeled all of it so we know exactly what a person is talking about. But there's one universal word that we should all be using that counts all of this: eating, tasting, smelling, seeing, and hearing, and feeling. What is it? It's absorbing. We are absorbing everything around us all the time. If you're not eating, you're absorbing sounds. Those sounds get processed through your body and they control your body. That's why when you hear a sad song, you feel like crying. It brings up nostalgia. It makes you sad or it makes you happy. When you feel something good, and if you've been in the wintertime, you go on vacation, and you go down to Florida or the islands, and you in this warm, hot sun, you can feel the sun on your skin, you got your feet down in this black sand, you instantly get energized. It charges your body. You feeling it. You're absorbing that, right? If you smell some good food going down the street, it literally makes you salivate. You literally start foaming at the mouth, watering at the mouth, because you can almost taste the smell that you smell coming out of that restaurant across the street. So that's letting you know how much control and how much credit we need to give to our other senses. They always saying, don't be eating junk food. Grow your own, eat your own, grow your own food, eat your own healthy stuff. We also need to be being around healthy people, watching healthy things, and listening to healthy things, because our body is absorbing all of that, right? Think about it. Half of the stuff that you eat gives you some kind of disease. You don't think some of the stuff you listen to don't give you some of the disease? I know it sounds crazy. If you eat a bunch of sugar all your life, you don't, and you end up with diabetes or something, you don't think if you listen to bullshit all your life, that won't cause a disease as well? And that's why I say something is wrong, because it's not just the food we're eating, it's the things we see, the things we hear. All around us, we're absorbing evil information constantly. And it's driving people crazy. Something is off, man. Something is off. I don't know what it is. I'm not a scientist, not a doctor, but I know people. And I know people's energy. People's energy is even off. People lazy, don't want to do nothing, don't go nowhere, nothing productive. Kids don't want to do nothing. Kids don't go nowhere. Kids ain't productive. Kids don't even have ideas anymore, man. Kids don't even have ideas. Remember when we was kids, we sat around drawing and thinking stuff up. I can remember sitting down with my friends and coming up with a whole plan of adventures of shit we gonna do tomorrow. We had done did all this, rode our bikes on the bike trail, went through the woods, built a fort, built a fort house, went down, started fishing in the lake, cleaned the fish, cooked the fish, ate the fish in the middle of the woods. And while we sitting there talking, we writing down what we gonna do tomorrow. We're planning for tomorrow. What adventure are we gonna do tomorrow? Kids don't do that no more. They just do this. That's it. The whole planning stage is out the window. The whole adventure stage is out the window. All of that is gone. The only adventures the kids do now is one that's already programmed for them. Imagine how much brain control that took out of that child. But now, because now everything is programmed for you. Just like imagine all the phone numbers and stuff we used to keep in our head, all the information we used to keep in our head, all that's gone, and now it's given to us. And without this device, I'm useless. I can't do anything. I'm telling you, man. All of these people just bowing down to evil. I've never seen nothing like it. I've heard something like this before. Once definitely. When people were like this, we had people turning on other people just so they don't get it. Traitors. Never seen nothing like this before, man. That's it. I'm gonna leave y'all alone. But everybody, thank you for coming by. Do I have any questions? I'm done. I'm done with my ranch dressing. Say, Farmer Brown says, our children mimic what the parents put in them. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Let me see. So my grandmother told me years ago, you're known by the company you keep. And I never forget this a decade later. And that's very true. That's very true. Very true. Right? Let me see. I'm gonna play with this one. You say no disrespect. This is the message a few of us was trying to tell you at the beginning of election verdict. It affected you very distraughtful. but you pulled through. I don't understand what you mean. Nobody told me about this. I already knew it. I said this over a year ago. That's why I was like, I don't understand. It's no disrespect taken, but nobody tried to tell me anything that I didn't already tell everybody else. True story. I sat in the back of my trailer. I sat in the back of my trailer in a Kroger parking lot and told everybody absolutely everything I'm saying right now. So nobody tried to tell me anything. No disrespect taken, but I didn't quite understand where you was getting at. Let me see. Oh my goodness. Hey, Grumble Hudson, how you doing? Okay. Let's see. What's your name? I'm gonna say Pam. Pam. Commercials, the news, the movies. If I go down that rabbit hole, they will kick me off of YouTube. There are certain things being pushed, forced into commercials, TV shows, movies. I don't get me started, man. Don't get me started. So Good Gardner, man, there you go. So Good Gardner said, "What's going on, brother?" Said you have to protect your ear gates and eye gates at all times. Amen. It ain't just our mouths and what we eating and the food that we putting in it. It's also what we see and what we listening to. Because think about how good and how easy it is to spin a narrative. If you listening to a person and they sound good enough and they sound convincing with no argument to be held, there's not another side to the story. You can easily mess somebody's head up with what you're saying to them and what they're hearing from you. Hey, my Renaissance grandma. TLC says, it's all distraction and subliminal messages. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It really is. So I'm gonna let y'all go. Everybody, thank you for coming by today. Thank you for hanging out with me. I just wanted to see, is it just me? Like, is this crazy? You want to know something? There's patterns. There's patterns to this. If you watch, really, truly watch, there's patterns to all of it that's creepy. There's patterns to the kind of music that's out. Like all of the stripper, I'm gonna call them strip rappers, because all these female rappers is like strippers. So all of the strip rap going on right now, it all just came out of nowhere, and everybody turned into stripper rappers. Because the only thing they talking about is money and sex. They ain't talk about nothing else, right? Nothing else. Strip rap, that's what it's called. Money and sex, that's the only thing in every song. So all of that came out of nowhere, and it's a trend. And then the eyelashes came out of nowhere. It's a trend. Everybody's doing it. Then the big, giant thing one, thing two wigs came out. It was a trend out of nowhere. And then the damn baby hair start glue came out of nowhere, and it was a trend. And it's like, it's waves of this weird shit. It's waves of it, and you can see it. It's not gradual. It happens thick and fast. And then all of these piercings in everybody's face and nose. It's a wave. And then the tattoos all over your face, all up your neck. And then the women get these, I call them tattoos. You ever see? What I'll do that for? Oh, I'm getting in my feelings. Hey, listen, look. When women start getting tattoos, I didn't understand what that would. Why would somebody get a tattoo? A tattoo is these tattoos they put between both knockers, and I don't understand it like at all. Like it looked like hair on your chest to me. Like what is that supposed to be sexy? A tattoo? It was like a wave of this weird shit where all the girls start getting these tattoos. Why would you ruin those? Listen. They didn't need any enhancements. They didn't need no help. Who came out and said, let's get some tattoos? For what? Why would you want the optical illusion of hair? You think it's a butterfly. You think it's a butterfly. But from 5 feet away, to me, it looked like some burly ass chest hair. And I'm like, why? And everybody started doing it without questioning anything or anything. A wave of tattoos. I just didn't understand it. You know, is it just me? The wigs, the eyelashes, the sagging pants, the giant sneakers, the Crocs, the Yeezys. I don't understand. I think I would get along better in this life if somebody just let me understand it. If you made me understand, I'll feel better. But I always feel like I'm losing my mind because I don't understand. Like, you know what I always feel like? I feel like I came into the movie late and I missed half the movie. So I always feel like I'm catching up. I feel like I came into the middle of the movie of Batman, and when I came in, stuff is blowing up, the music, and he's flying in the plane, and his lights and stuff blasting, and the Joker is running, and he in his motorcycle, and I'm looking. I come into that part of the movie. I got my popcorn, got my drink, and I'm just trying to find out what the hell is going on. You can't ask this dude, you don't want to bother nobody at the Batman movie. Can't ask this girl, don't want to bother nobody at the Batman movie. They got here on time. I feel like I got here an hour late, and I'm just catching the end credits. Every day of my life when I'm looking around at people, and I'm just constantly doing this. What? And people saying, oh, you got to be comfortable in your skin. Yeah, but keep your skin on the inside part. You could be you could be comfortable in your skin under your clothes. You know what I'm saying? I just sound old now. I just sound old. Like, everybody naked. I should have been gone an hour and a half ago. Hey, y'all. Say crazy haircut. The fluffy beard. The beard game. Let me tell you something about the beard game. I don't know what happened there. I don't know. But the blue toe, it's funny because we used to laugh at that singing group called the Whispers. That dude with the big old whisper beard, we used to laugh at him. For generations, we laughed at him. We began to rock steady, steady rocking all night long. That beard on the dude from the Whispers is like he had a Jerry curl or something. There was some shiny juices and berries inside of that beard. And we laughed for generations about that beard. And now it's the hottest shit out to have a big, juicy beard. And then people, fellas is dyeing their beards and perming their beards, straight combing their beards, put some hot curlers to their beards. Everybody look like the god Zeus in this motherfucker for some reason. Old curly old Roman beard. Everybody walking around looking like statues of Greek gods. What? Yeah, Jamie, I gotta put you up here. And the fake beards, the Steve Harvey high top fade beards. This I'm out of my league. I'm out of my pay rank. This is the fakest. This is the fakest generation I have ever seen in my life. Everything about it is fake, just fake, everyday fake. You meet somebody and they got to take off their accessories first. Damn. You finally get with this homegirl and y'all finally make it to the house and she want you to stay the night and everything, and she gonna spend you ready to go. You've been talking junk all night, you full of that damn diesel, you ready to go. You ain't gonna be ready to go by the time she finished taking off all of these damn dangerous ass accessories before she come into the bed, because she gotta take off all these things dangling from her face. She gotta take off her hat. She gotta take off her eyelashes, all these nails. She gotta take off the wig. Gotta take off the wipe off that Hey Arnold eyebrows. By the time she get ready to come to the bed, number one, you don't know who the hell this is. You done mess around and pull the firearm on her. And she said, wait, it's me, don't shoot. Who you here to see? I'm here with Cindy. Who are you? Your sister? No, I'm Cindy, fool. Ugh. You should have told me. By the time she finished taking off all of her accessories, you done got, listen, fellas, let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. And I'm not saying some of these women ain't did this too, but fellas, I can only speak for. You will be sit there, you done got in the, look, now we waiting for you in the bathroom to take all that shit off. So now we just sitting there with the remote in your bed like that. You done got chill, you done pulled up the cover, you done put on a little blanket, and you watching old ass episodes of Martin and stuff. Now you laughing. By the time you come out the bathroom, disassembling all this shit from her body, I don't feel like doing it no more. I'm here, this is one of my favorite episodes. Can we do it after the episode? Because this is the one where Martin got the dog, the fake dog. Just sit down, we'll talk about it in a minute. Take off all that shit. All these, I don't even feel like doing it. Can we do it in the morning? something, because I'm not even, I don't even know who you are. We going look, you went in the bathroom, took all that shit off. Now you need to like Jay-Z, let you reintroduce yourself. Who are you? Hi, I'm Dave, and you are? Because I met Cindy at the club. Cindy was at the club with the green hair and eyelashes, and that was Cindy. Now, who are you? And she said, I am Cindy. No, just use your middle name or something. Let's start over. Use your middle name, because you ain't who I seen at the club. Let's just go ahead and finish here watching Star Trek. This is one of my favorite episodes. We ain't got to introduce nothing. Can I stay here for the night anyway? And I'll buy a pizza or something. I just really want to. I ain't got cable or the internet at the house. So can I stay here and watch a little bit of Star Trek? This is my favorite episode where Spock mind melts Kirk. Can I? Ain't even in the mood to do nothing no more. All that stuff you got, you took all this off, you know? So I'm not even in the mood. I want to Netflix and chill. And when I say Netflix and chill, I'm not talking about doing nothing with you. I truly want to use up your internet. Can I have your Wi-Fi password? I'm about to just start looking at YouTube or something. I don't want to do it no more. So that's enough of that. Everybody enjoy yourself. Have a wonderful day. I'm just glad that I feel that it's not just me. All right. Everybody enjoy your day. Lev Farmer 73. I love y'all. And I'm out. Peace. Doggone shame.